The mission of Heartland Christian College is to equip and prepare servants of Jesus Christ, lifelong learners, and effective workers in churches and communities around the world. And so what we're wanting to do is not just impart higher education, but biblical higher education and a knowledge of God. We want to equip our students in a variety of ways, particularly in regards to the Bible, so that they will love to learn and desire to learn and ever continue to work on their own learning throughout their whole life.
The value of graduating debt-free is that I will graduate, with a good two-year education without any debt, which is, really unheard of.
I was able to save money and to really do a budget and balance everything to where I have enough money to go on the missions field and to pay my own way through college.
For college, it's unusual to have these kind of prices for the quality you get, really.
Due to that, I'm going to graduate with no debt, which is really exciting for me because I'm going to continue my education in the fall, and I will be able to pay for that without having to worry about my debt or any debt at all.
Since graduating from HCC and becoming a part of the church that it's connected to, I've had tons of opportunities. I've had opportunities to preach and to travel globally. I've been to Syria, to Brazil several times. I've been to Israel. I've had opportunities to really serve in a capacity that's meaningful within the church.
I've got opportunities to preach and speak and sort of lead churches in some aspects here and there. I'm pretty excited about that because knowing that that's just the beginning of what God's called me to do.
So I work in high-tech software sales with Fortune 500 companies all day long. That's my job. You wouldn't think that a Bible college in the middle of Missouri would prepare you for the nations, but it does. I work in a profession that crosses cultural lines all day long. And it's the foundation that I got at the college that enables me to do that.
Through being in HCC, I'm also learning how to put what I'm learning into practice. In the community, I have a job. I work in the church. I help with the children's ministry, but everything that college is pouring into me, I'm also giving opportunities to pour that back out to people and to see how it works for myself and to see what I'm really learning and to take it into heart and to put it into practice.
HCC is a very rare college, I would say, in that it's directly integrated in a community church.
We're able to be a part of the community extremely, whether it's with our job or different activities that we do as a college. Even outside of Heartland, we have a servanthood class that we go out to different communities and serve.
What I appreciate most was the leaders there, and what makes it great is that we're so small and that there's a lot of one-on-one time for everyone.
It involves a one-on-one personal relationship where this person is like your trainer. This one personal trainer deals with your personal issues, your family issues, your finances, your academics, kind of checks up on all the basic areas of your life.
The staff here, the love of the students is pretty evident. They show that they are actually living it, and they invite you into their houses, and they're very down to earth with you.
Discipleship for me basically means accountability, and one thing that accountability through shepherd groups and discipleship helps you do is it keeps that right in front of your face. Am I really living this out?
I've been on the missions track at HCC, and it's helped me go beyond myself, to see the world outside of my own life, outside of America, and just to really see the world outside, specifically in Israel, because I got to go, from being in the college, I got to go on a short-term missions trip, and has shown me that cultures are very different. They are very different, but yet with God, there's a common ground. HCC has given me the opportunity, because of the short-term missions trip I went on, I now have the opportunity to go back in September for 4 months and to volunteer there in one of the kindergarten schools they have over there with Seeds of Hope.
The education track has been so beneficial to myself. because it's shown me that there are different walks in life in a youth, and that you have to meet them at certain levels of their life. You know, learning how to be a great teacher is to have a great teacher, and I've had 2 great teachers.
I was able to take some classes that have to do with children, and I plan to be a teacher, and I actually am currently a teacher in our community here. It allowed me to learn a lot more about kids than I already knew.
I am the main worship leader for our church, for Life Church in Kirksville. There was so much preparation for what I'm doing now that came out of my time in Bible college. All of that worked together so that the transition from leading a small chapel to leading a small, a little bit bigger but still small youth group meeting, to leading a song during a service, to leading an entire service, then to being able to take on the challenge of a worship team. Bible college prepared me fantastically for that.
I have been given the opportunities to play on worship team and learn a new instrument. I had no previous bass experience, so that was a new opportunity, not just to learn it, but to actually use it in the local church. I wasn't just thrown into it. I wasn't just thrown in a worship team. I had people to train me and teach me how to do it, and show me the tricks, when it worked, what made it not, what worked best.
The interdisciplinary track is a track of the undecided. It has a little bit of everything in it. It has electives from every single other track, the education, the worship, and the missions, and you kind of get to pick and choose as you go, but it has all the core classes too. For me, it affected different areas of my life. Like, I love teaching, so that encouraged me in that area, and I love worshiping, encouraged me in that area, and I love just being a disciple, and that encouraged me in that area. But in that, it helped me find the call of God on my life.
It gave me a foundation in the ability to explore the scriptures myself, not just what to think, but how to understand the Bible. That was huge for me. And now, as a dad, I get to pass that on to my kids and train them in that way.
My encouragement to anyone and everyone, is that if you're at the point in life where you are ready to move forward, but can really be honest and assess yourself and say, before I go out into the world and make a bunch of mistakes or do something foolish, I want to get grounded. I want to get God. It's a stepping stone, really, for the rest of your life. It's an invaluable experience. I would recommend to anyone and everyone that they should go.
When else in your life do you have the opportunity to take 2 years and devote yourself to the Lord, devote yourself to knowing the scriptures in an environment where people love you, where people care for you, where you're developing dynamic relationships?